All right, so hi everybody, and welcome and thanks for joining us today for our Issuu Story Cloud webinar. My name's Craig. I'm on the customer success team with Issuu, and I'm joined today by Megan Cole. So just a little bit about me quickly. I'm a part of the customer success team here at Issuu. My role here is to ensure all publishers achieve the desired outcome when using the Issuu platform, and then all the features included with it. So this is everything from consulting you on your digital content strategy to webinars like today, and being available as a resource for any sort of troubleshooting that may come up. My colleague Megan is a member of our marketing team here at Issuu and is an expert at our new article and visual stories product. That's what you're seeing on your screen right now. And then so she'll be focusing on that for the webinar today. So Megan, if you want to just hop on and introduce yourself real quick.
Yeah, thank you, Craig. So as Craig said, my name's Megan, and I am a product marketing coordinator over at Issuu. So I primarily work on stories, which include visual stories as well as article stories. So here we can see our visual stories experience on our Instagram channel. I can show you a couple more as they run through. So our visual stories are also able to then link out to article stories from your publications, which have the HTML5 optimized mobile reader view. So all of this is being streamed from my mobile device onto my desktop, which is then being streamed to everyone in this call. So here you can see what article stories look like and comparatively the styles that we have for visual stories. So today we'll be going over just a combination of creating visual stories, creating article stories, as well as some of our best practices for both. We'll also be going over creating visual stories using our InDesign extension tool. And yeah.
Awesome. So just so everyone's aware, the webinar is being recorded and a copy will be sent out to everyone who registered. So if you or a colleague of yours is not able to attend today or just wants to revisit anything that we do cover, we will be sending out just a copy of the webinar to everyone sometime next week. And then also if you do have any questions at any time during the webinar, feel free to submit those questions. You might have to the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. We may be able to answer them in real time, but at the end we'll also just be doing a quick Q&A to answer any questions that maybe weren't covered. So just to kind of reiterate what Megan went over, just an overview of the topics for today. So we are very excited to announce that our new feature, Issuu Visual Stories, has been officially launched and is a piece of our larger feature, Issuu Story Cloud. So today you'll learn how to tap into the power of the Issuu Story Cloud, which is a suite of integrated digital publishing products to help you create content once and then share everywhere. So this is Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, or anywhere else that your audience is. So Issuu is about creating one time and sharing everywhere, but recently the where has changed and is why we built Issuu Story Cloud. We know the where has changed. First it went from print sources like brochures, flyers, magazines, and newspapers, then emails, websites, and blogs as to access primarily on desktop. But now we're starting to see a new shift for readers so that people are accessing their content primarily from their mobile phones. So because of this, publishers need to ensure their content is easy to read and looks great on mobile, and then also very important that it's shareable. This is extremely important in today's digital landscape as readers are shifting more and more to consuming content over their phones and away from traditional desktop reading experiences like we've been seeing in the past. Because of this, creating mobile-friendly content is not only going to make your content easier to access and read for your audience, but it's also going to make your content more shareable. So leveraging your existing audience's network to share your content, drive more reads, and grow your audience is extremely important. And Issuu Story Cloud will help you as the publisher easily expand your content into increasingly more mobile world. So we'll be covering a few different ways you can use the Issuu to create mobile-friendly content in a streamlined, easy-use platform, and that's our Issuu Story Cloud. So first we'll walk through the article story tool, which will allow you to highlight specific articles and content you can share across social media in a more targeted way. And these can be created directly from the Issuu dashboard in as little as just a few minutes. The next thing that we'll cover is just taking your visual story that you just created and then demonstrate how to create, share, and optimize your content for distributing stories across social media. So again, Instagram, stories on Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, and anywhere else you want that to be displayed. And then we'll cover our new Adobe InDesign story extension. So this extension was just released and allows you to create dynamic visual content from your publications directly within Adobe InDesign. So if you're using that platform, you can actually just plug that right in and then begin working on stories right from Adobe InDesign. So finally, we're excited to announce that every story created on Issuu can be delivered in the accelerated mobile pages. That's the AMP format for Google indexing. So because of this, no engineering resources are needed. You also don't need to write or have any sort of coding experience. What this has done is solve the complicated AMP project integration process now, and with just a click of a button, your Issuu story can be delivered in Google AMP technology. So this means not only your content will be available to find on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, but for the first time, these social posts can now be indexed and show up in search results for relevant Google searches. This allows your content to be found by readers outside of your current audience, which is really amazing. So now we'll jump into the tool, starting with article stories. And again, what this is going to do is allow you as the publisher to create shareable content from your existing publications on Issuu. And this is a great way to promote upcoming releases, increase your publication's visibility across social media, and then also just drive traffic back to your publication as a whole.
All right. Thanks, Craig. So today we'll be going over creating article stories first. Article stories can be created on your desktop via your publisher homepage. So just to start out, we're going to work from publications that I've already uploaded onto my account. I'm going to select one of these publications and enhance the publication by going over on the left-hand side to the Stories button to create new stories. So article stories, again, are the kind of text HTML5 optimized version of stories, which are really easy to create. All you have to do is take the PDF or file that you've uploaded onto issuu.com and select a page range from that publication. So I'm going to take this page range here, and you add in the title as well as a short description and category, which helps us index and tag the content. So and then this delicious. So I'm just going to add in a couple phrases and then go ahead and tag this as a food and drink publication and a food and drink story. From there, once you press the next button, you'll be taken into the article story editor tool, which will automatically be able to detect the segments from your publication and optimize it for the mobile reading experience. So you can do this by either clicking Add All Detected Segments at the top here with the lightning bolt. It's going to detect all of the images as well as all of the text from your original piece and automatically bring it into the mobile view. You can also preview what that looks like over here simply by clicking the eyeball icon. And once it looks to your liking, I might just make a couple light edits. So the way that I do this is by either clicking on the individual text pages, just doing a little bit of light cleanup and changing items as I see fit. So it looks like I'll just change this here. We can also change the text styles to a few different text styles that we have available. So paragraph is the default style, of course, and then we also have headlines, subtitles, quotes, as well as byline attributions that you can use to tag your content. So I'm going to delete this one and create this into a byline. You can also, as you're editing your publication, if you want to switch it up, you can also simply click to remove, either using the delete keys or by clicking on the items in the story itself. So Craig also, I believe, does in-depth demos of creating article stories that happen on, I think, Wednesdays, if I'm correct.
Yeah, so we do story workshops every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific. So if anyone does want to join that, you and click in the dashboard, there's actually a place to join and sign up for that. So yeah, every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Let's see. So I'm just going to make a couple light edits, and I'm doing this by splitting the text using the Enter key, or you can use the Split tool, and just going to kind of clean it up a little bit. Gonna go a little quick so we can get to the good stuff. But once I think it's all to my liking, I'm just gonna press publish. Before you publish the article story live, you'll be able to see a preview version again on a mobile device. So this is what it's going to look like if someone opens the links on mobile. If I click publish now, I can show you kind of the differences. So if someone is clicking on the link that we provide here and they're opening it from their mobile device, they'll see this mobile optimized view as opposed to kind of the original PDF where you have the kind of pinch in, pinch out experience. If I go ahead and paste that link into my desktop reader, however, it's going to take me directly to the page that my story started on and show you as well this lower navigation of other stories I've also created in the past. So Stories tool as well as article tools are really flexible way to highlight your materials as well as show them in kind of the best context and reader experience that you are trying to highlight your content in. So that is article stories. And from here, I'm going to switch back over to my mobile device and go over visual stories.